Good evening, everybody. Will Wiggleman here with you on the PHP Network. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Well, the Prowlers, at least on a good note, they were able to clinch their playoff spot on Wednesday with Carolina's victory over Blue Ridge. The Prowlers have officially locked themselves into the 2024 Commissioner's Cup playoffs. Now they face a team that is looking to continue to hold its spot in the playoffs in the River Sharks. 4 points up on the Watertown Wolves. Watertown has 2 games in hand, so this is a very desperate River Sharks club. Last time we said that, it was when the Prowlers played the Wolves, and Watertown ended up with an 11-6 win. We'll see if Port Huron can turn things around here tonight, and we'll have more on the pregame show coming up next. You're watching Port Huron Prowlers hockey on the PHP Network. As Brian Parsons walks the line, he walks in, he scores! The Dragons roll out the red carpet for Brian Parsons. He walks down and picks the corner and gives the Prowlers a 2-1 lead. Back to Alex Johnson. They give it to Freeborn again. Merritt and Brown in front. Johnson score! Deflected in front by Dalton Jay, and there it is. 500 points for his career, the third in FPHL history to do it. To the line, Heinzel. D-to-D pass picked off. Here's Vanderweel on an outright breakaway. Backhander gloved by Tynan. And he says, look what I found. Kirkby this time wins it. Yates walks around the circle. Gets to his spot on the half wall and gets it up to Bone. Plenty of traffic in front. Kirkby from the outside. Couldn't find the target. And Johnson gets it on the backhand. It's knocked down by Logar. Then chipped ahead by DeCumbus. Short-handed breakaway. He scores! Vinny DeCumbus with a short-handed goal gets the Prowlers on the board first. Johnson's clearing attempt was knocked down by Logar. DeCumbus chipped it past the last man back. And he beats Connor McCanama to the blocker's side for his 4th goal of the year and 2nd short-handed. And that snaps a 15-game goal drought for Vinny DeCumbus. And it opens the scoring here in this one. Liam Anderson, as the Black Bears still have 10 seconds left on their power play. It's worked in by Yates. He pulls up. Fed it across. Kirkby walks down, centering feed, and Yates just slid it past the net. Penalty is over. Worked up the wall. And now Schumacher around the net. Little Bear. He's tripped up in the corner. Black Bears come out with it, and an in-tight save by Makar Sokolov. So Johnson getting credit for an assist on the goal by Vinny DeCumbus. Breaks the ice here tonight. Prowlers had some tense moments right there as Lil Bear was taken out in the corner. Had his skates taken out from under him. The puck came in front, but a big save by Makar Sokolov on the in-tight opportunity. Here's McCardle. Lofts it ahead, touched along. Scantleberry in for Dalton J. Back in front, Scantleberry stopped by McCanama as he slid across. Bartlett with a steal, but his floater of a pass couldn't settle down for Scantleberry. And now Bartlett again on the forecheck. Throws his body into a Black Bear. Here's Scantleberry coming out with it from behind the net. Johnson, D-to-D to McCardle. Wrister waffle boarded by McCanama. Weber gloves it down and gets it to Justin Samero. Liam Anderson forced back by Jay. Weber, rink wide feed on the stick of Steven. Quick up. Here come the Black Bears. It's Samero with a backhander. Stopped by Sokolov right on the post. Steven taken in by Jay. It's worked up the boards, and Austin Federley skates out with it. 4 Black Bears back. And he finds Connor Foley to Freeborn on the outside. Couldn't get to the front of the net. Where is it? It's right the side of the cage, still loose. And Samero will play it behind the net. Freeborn pushes him up against the wall right there. Connor Foley and Jesse Anderson come in there as well. Connor Foley lifts the stick. Now Federley cycles it deep. Freeborn left the puck behind. Another scrum up in the corner, under 2 to play in period 1. Walters just backhands it out, hops over Heinzel's stick, he and Thompson after it. Heinzel able to turn away. And now Freeborn over to Federley. Drop for Parsons. Rister was blocked on the way through. Federley recovers back at center. 90 seconds to go in the period. Connor Foley on the quick up. Over to Freeborn. Tried to slide it back out in front. Bone blocked it. And now Stone had his stick lifted by DeCumbis. They lock up behind the net. Now DeCumbis tried to keep it away from Stone. Stone back on it in the corner. He'll skate out. Backhands it in, and another hit from Lobert. And that seems like something that is in Dominic Lobert's game. Kirkby tried to put it out in front, and now he couldn't step out with it from behind the net. Prowlers can't chip it out as Stone came in. Now it comes out. Evan Foley has Lobert joining him. Foley to the trailer Skittleberry, but he couldn't handle the feed cleanly. And Kirkby sends Tosto on his way. Regains control from the outside, stopped by Sokolov. The rebound slipped wide by Yates. 30 seconds left in the period, up and down action. Bone with a wrister, stopped by Sokolov. Yates collects the rebound in the slot. To the top, Kirkby a drive. That was deflected down. Now Vaughn works his way out, 2-on-2 with Skittleberry. Bounced off the boards and in with 13. Skittleberry from a knee, put it to the crease, and it's stopped by McCanama. Weber looking for one last rush for the Black Bears. Yates with 3. Curls back, he'll run out of time. And after a wild last minute or so of this period, the Prowlers will head to the locker room, up 1-0 on the strength of a short-handed goal from Vinny DeCumbis. Shots on goal in that opening period favoring the Black Bears, 17-10, but it's the Prowlers with the only goal on the board thus far. Coming up in our first intermission report, the Continental Catch-Up, all the highlights and notes around the Continental Division from this week. We also have some storylines from around the FPHL that came down earlier today and last night as well. It's all coming up on the first intermission report right here on the PHP Network as both teams head to the locker rooms after a hard-fought first period on both sides. And the Prowlers, the ones who are able to get the only goal. Well, the Prowlers have clinched their spot in the Commissioner's Cup playoffs, so get something new to cheer them to a championship. The Prowlers team store features lace-up sweatshirts, mitt stalls, team issue apparel, and Commissioner's Cup playoff merch. Come find us on the west end of McMorran Arena at every home game or online anytime at prowlersmerch.com. You can scan the QR code on your screen now to visit the online shop. Look your po-ho best with gear from the Prowlers team store. 1-0 Port Huron through 20 minutes here at McMorran Place. We'll take a break. You're watching Port Huron Prowlers hockey on the PHP Network. Here with Prowlers assistant coach Chris Paulin after tonight's 4-3 overtime win over the Watertown Wolves. Coach, just your opening thoughts on the game.
Yeah, it was a big win. Obviously not the ending we wanted as far as the third period, but good teams find a way. Got big saves, especially there in the third, and got a win.
You talked about that third period. What's your level of concern after blowing a 2-goal lead within the first 5 minutes of that third?
Yeah, it's tough to sweep any team, and we knew they were going to come out and punch in the third. I thought we started making some uncharacteristic mistakes that we'll have to address and make some corrections heading into a big weekend next weekend. But, you know, that's why you have a goalie. Sometimes you got to make a couple saves, and he sure did. So
yesterday, discipline was a bit of a concern. Tonight, it looked like they were trying to goat you into some penalties. How do you think your team did responding to that?
Yeah, I think we had good discipline. I thought the hit there on Tucker in the first period was one of the most egregious things I've ever seen. So I'm sure the league will frown on that one. It was pretty crazy if you ask me. But thought the boys kept their composure and, battled through it, stayed with each other. I thought there's good leadership on the bench in a situation like that and gave our power play a chance to work through some things. So.
I think the question that everyone wants to know, did the puck cross the line?
As far as I could tell, it did. I don't have spectacular vision to see perfectly that close from the bench, but on the video, it looked like it did. I know the ref was right on top of it. Freebs was right on top of it, and at the end of the day, Freebs, hauled ass down the ice, and I think he deserved that goal.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Sounds good.